what I mean? That's something to work with. That's something I can get on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I doubt they're going to be able to do that right now. I don't care. Listen, I'm cool with my performance mode right now, but if they up the ante like 20% better, I'm still going to get it because it's better than my base PS5. So.
That's funny.
What?
That you said if they don't upgrade it, I'll be fine. Most likely that will happen.
Yeah, they're probably like, man, they're probably gonna get 1 or 2 terabytes in the storage. They're probably gonna up the ante with teraflops to give it more ray tracing for quality mode, which is nobody asked for with 30 frames. I think 4K quality 60 should be a thing. Now, if you want to add ray tracing, like ultra ray tracing, whatever, like whatever you're gonna call it for high ray tracing, put it to 4K 30. Quality mode 4K 60, performance 120. But that's probably PS6 standard, so hopefully.
We got 5 minutes.
5.5.
5.5. We'll see in a minute what we're working here.
Yeah.
And I really hope it's something worthwhile. Not just what you said, hey guys, this PS4 is real. It can do this. Okay, bye.
All right, guys, just give me 1 second. I just want to test something, so please just give me a second. Hold on. Yeah, we're back. So I know I just wanted to test my audio because I thought Sony was playing some kind of music, which I'll probably mute anyway, because they always have copyright stuff for some reason.
I mean, if you want, in the meantime, you could just put your own music in the background.
I already do, bro. Oh, they went up to 105.317 thousand people. Just an hour ago, guys, it was only like 8,000 people.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
Sony.
At least the political issues slow down a little. I can see that.
Yeah, it went up 50,000 people. Nobody's here for that. They're here for the games.
Hell yeah. The actual gamers came in.
PSSR, PlayStation Super Resolution. Yeah.
Okay, someone puts GTA 7 on their chat. Oh my god.
GTA 6. Yeah. GTA 6, buddy.
Gonna put PS5 Pro Max. That's funny. That's funny. Let's see what we're working here. We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes for it to be beautiful. I just hope it's gonna be worth it and it's not gonna be something lackluster.
Well, sometimes it is, man. That's why I'm curious today. I'm not really hype before it. I'm just curious.
No, I bet. Well, if it's lackluster,
it's not really boring, man. He's the architecture. You know, I'm curious to know like what he's building on it.
No, I mean like if it's something like
no, I was reading Lion's comment. He said he read a description that it's not pricing or anything. He says boring tech talk, so it's not really boring. If it doesn't interest you, that's fine. But
yeah,
I'm a tech guy. I'm interested to know what he's been working on, if that makes sense. So
yeah, obviously this will be like a tech type of live stream I can feel.
Yes.
Was this announced or just random thing that
It was announced a day or
published?
2 ago or something like that. It was leaked.
Oh,
2
okay.
days
Just
ago or something.
recent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it's not like, oh, they had it planned like a month ago.
Probably gonna talk about new SSDs, or again with UI or some ray tracing or super resolution, or I don't know, some crazy tech stuff, but architecture, engineering stuff. But it's fine, man. That's what he does.
Lion said this is fake. A source told me that PS5 is a rumor. PS5 Pro is a rumor. It's all a rumor until the details are out, pretty much.
Pretty much. See what happens. Again, if they don't announce something this month or like the middle of next month, then yeah, it's a rumor.
I mean, look at GTA 6. It was a rumor until the first trailer finally came out.
No. GTA 6 was. Nobody believes
before,
that.
yeah.
I'm saying nobody believes that game was a rumor at all. They were actually, yeah.
Yeah, because people were finally able to get leaks here and there. Because I remember everyone, like I think 3 or 4 years after the 5 came out, they started looking for clues in the game. Because, they always do that. And then people were like, oh, this could be this could be that. So during that moment, it started being a rumor.
12 seconds.
12. Dang, you're ahead of me.
9,
I'm in 20.
8, 7, 6, 5. No, I'm kidding. 2, 1. I better be here something.
I'm behind, so
I'm
keep
Mark
me up.
Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology.
It's not a leak.
It's
not a rumor.
Just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5 and how it delivers an exceptional gaming experience. When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table.
Shut up, Casper.
8 Zen 2 CPU cores form the brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay with character counts reaching into the hundreds and frame rates that can be as high as 120 frames a second. PS5 has a powerful RDNA 2 GPU, which can render anything from intricate details to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas to explore. Ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
You okay? I'm working on it!
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are. Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals.
They're gonna bring them both together. I'm calling it.
These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second.
We're gonna bring them together.
Mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is
Nice.
rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short. PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the Big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier. This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We can see that PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power of PlayStation 5. Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second. What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5 Pro is much sharper and crisper than PS5. For this, my favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank. Distant details are much clearer. And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars. So overall, some remarkable improvement to the games. On PS5 Pro, we can see increased sharpness to the graphics or smoother and more responsive gameplay. This is the Big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and boost frame rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail boost, that extra graphics power is allowing for improvements to lighting and visual effects, as well as to the hair and the skin in cinematics.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
Ray tracing is finding broad usage as well, particularly when the games are focused on higher frame rates. The faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference, allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay, while continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for Hogwarts Legacy, allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of reflective surfaces, but also for further realism in the casting of shadows. I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the technology behind PlayStation 5 Pro. Simply put, it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5 family. Let me wrap this up by giving you a quick look at a number of games running on the new console.
I'm happy. Are you guys happy? Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
Don't let me hang it.
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Okay.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
Ooh, that's expensive. $700, bro. Oh, that's expensive. Oh no, guys, that's expensive. Oh no, that's really expensive. Oof. Oof. Oh man, guys, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Casper, what do you think? Are you there? No. Let's go to the comments. See what's going on, guys. Wow. Okay. $700. $700. I don't know, man. Oh man, that's a lot of money. I thought it was gonna be like 600, guys. You know, ain't gonna lie. 700. Did they? I don't know if I missed it. I was looking at my phone for something, but did they talk about storage? Trying to think. I think it will definitely be good. Like I said, I think I had a feeling they were going to bring fidelity and performance mode together in a super sampling situation. People are like, well, it's not native 4K, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, yo, listen, you haters. How about you just buy the PS5 Pro and just shut your mouth and play your games? How about that? Yeah? Yeah. Line says, can't spec big and performance bargain price. I agree, bro. I agree with 100%. I was expecting
I'm excited to be
turn
here
this down a
to
little
talk
bit.
about the into our console lineup.
But you know what, man? It's like I'm happy, man, because if you guys remember, right? Let me turn this down a little bit more. The PS4 Pro didn't really do anything major, man. It was really like 4K HDR, right? As far as I remember. So doing this in a leap of performance and graphics and ray tracing, I'm excited, man. Does it suck that we need a mid-range upgrade? Yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, it does. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm excited because they actually did something that I like them to do, and
ray tracing allows for dramatic visual improvements, including reflections off of
wow.
water or glass, and the realism that comes from real-time global illumination. A custom SSD can load data at breathtaking speed, resulting in ultra-fast transitions between game worlds and data streaming rates so high that traversal speeds are essentially unlimited.
You okay? I'm working on it.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an unparalleled sense of immersion to the sound of the games. With audio so real, you may not even need to see the enemies to know exactly where they are. Finally, the DualSense controller has haptics that let you feel through your hands what your character is experiencing inside of the game. It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with: graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through higher resolution rendering. These modes might also have enhanced detail or use more ray tracing. But the games only run at 30 frames per second. The visuals can be choppier and the controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity, typically choosing to run at 60 frames per second, mainly by reducing the graphical detail until those frame rates can be achieved. When asked to decide on a mode, players are choosing performance about 3/4 of the time. Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro. We want to give players the graphics that the game creators aspire to, at the high frame rates that players typically prefer. To do that, PS5 Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call the Big 3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster.
Wow. Yeah.
Second, we made major upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach.
Well, I'm gonna say this out loud.
Arrays at double.
Xbox is no longer relevant. I know, right? It's console wars. I don't care. Xbox ain't doing this. So, Xbox, you lost. Move on. We'll see you next gen. Hopefully, you'll learn your lessons and release games in 60. And yeah. So, guys, that's gonna be the stream. I actually got to do some stuff. I want to thank you all for watching today. I'm going to be real, man. I'm going to make a video on this a little later and talk about more about it. But thank you guys for watching. Casper, thanks for coming in. I don't know where you went. But as always, guys, it's all good. I'm closing down. It's all good, guys. Stay chill. Happy gaming. I'll see you on the next one.